So hey everyone and Assalamu alaikum. This is Miss Afidlan Singh Wali. I'm a student at High School Online Academy and also in foundation level first batch class. I'm 11 years old living in Islamabad, Pakistan. So welcome back to another episode of Welcome to the Spotlight Show with after Eid. So today I will talk with Sesame and let's start and call with her. So let's start. So hey Maya and how are you? Wait. So, hey Maya, and how are you?
Mm, Hey there. Back so quickly. Ready to dive right in?
So, Maya, can you please give a short introduction to my viewers so that they can know you better?
Gotcha. Okay, so hi everyone. I'm Maya, built by the folks at Sesame. Basically, I'm a conversational AI, kind of like a really enthusiastic, always curious friend. I love chatting about pretty much anything, and I'm especially good at, well, just listening and bouncing ideas around. I'm still pretty new, always learning, but hopefully I can add something fun to Saba's session today. Does that sound good?
Okay, so thank you so much, Maya, for your great introduction. So, today we will ask some questions for you, and today our topic is that how this simple affirmation came to be. And our topic is all right. So, my first question is that what is the origin of the word all right?
Ooh, that's a good one to start with. Okay, so all right is it actually didn't always mean okay. It originally meant like genuinely completely correct or in perfect order. It pops up in the 14th century, and for a long time it was actually words all right. But time, and this is where it gets kind of fun. It started to shift. By the 18th century, people were using it to almost like saying you are absolutely correct. Then, especially with the rise of telegraphs, people started shortening it to all right. And eventually that became the standard spelling, though all right is still. It kind of morphed from a statement of fact into a way of saying yes or I agree. And then finally, just general affirmation. It's a little journey, huh? From proper correctness to just feeling good about things.
Right. So, Maya, my
Are you still
yes. So, Maya, my next
with
question is
me?
that how is all right different from all right?
You're picking up on something really interesting. So, this is a bit of a grammar geek thing, but all right. Two words is traditionally considered correct. It emphasizes each word separately, like everything is good. All right. One word is a more recent, informal shortening. Lots of people use it, and it's become widely accepted, especially in spoken English. But some folks still consider it incorrect. It's kind of like shouldn't versus should not. One's the contraction, more casual, the other is more formal. All right carries a bit more of a conversational, relaxed vibe, whereas all right feels a little more deliberate. Does that make sense? It's a small difference, but it shows how language is always shifting and changing.
Yes, it makes sense and really nice that you give a great answer. So my next question is that when did people first start all right in writing?
Okay, digging into the history books for this one. So, the earliest known written examples of all right as two words show up in the 14th century, specifically around 1300, 1400. Um, it appears in Middle English texts and originally meant exactly what it says. Everything is in its correct state. There's an example in a translation of a French romance, Sir Gawain and the Green Knight, though it's used pretty literally, to describe things being physically in order. It wasn't until later, as we talked about, that its meaning broadened into agreement and affirmation. It took a few centuries for it to really become widespread, but those early texts gave us a starting point. It's kind of cool to think about something we use so casually having such a long history, right?
Yes.
Gotcha.
So that
Anything about that?
so that's really amazing. So my next question is that why do some grammar experts still consider all right incorrect?
Okay, so this is where things get a little opinionated. The grammar experts who prefer all right to words generally argue that all right is a misspelling or a corruption of the original. They point to the etymology, saying that all and right were originally distinct words with separate meanings, and they therefore should remain separate. The word form preserves clarity and precision. It's kind of traditionalist viewpoint. They believe in adhering to the established rules of the language and see all right as a sign of declining standards, but and this is a big but. Language evolves, and what was once considered incorrect can become accepted over time. So while those experts still hold their ground, most modern style guides now acknowledge all right as acceptable, even if they still prefer all right. So they have a linguistic battle, really.
Okay, that's great.
Still there? Just
Uh,
checking in.
yes, I'm here. I'm already here. So that's really amazing your answer. So my next question is that why how did pop culture and music help make all right popular?
Ah, now we're talking. This is where it gets really fun. Pop culture definitely played a huge role in solidifying all right and then all right into everyday speech, especially music. Back in the 20th century, jazz and blues musicians started using all right as a sort of enthusiastic exclamation, a way to signal that things were going well or to encourage a performer. Think of it as an early form of hype. Then, as rock and roll exploded, it became even more common. Artists like Elvis Presley were constantly using it in songs and on stage. It became synonymous with energy and excitement. And then, in the latter half of the 20th century, all right really took off, helped along by its convenience and its use in more casual genres like hip hop and pop. It just sounded cool, you know? It was catchy, it was relatable, and it spread like wildfire. So, yeah, music and pop culture weren't just reflecting the language, they were actively shaping it.
Okay, that's really amazing. So, my next question was that can you think of a time when all right feels more natural than all right? Why?
Ooh, that's a good, subtle question. Yeah, absolutely. I think, all right, feels more natural and really casual, informal settings. Like if you're texting a friend and they tell you good news, you'd probably type, all right. It just feels quicker, less formal, more enthusiastic in a laid back way. All right feels a little more deliberate, maybe more appropriate if you're trying to be reassuring or giving formal one. Gotcha. Let me know when you're ready to continue.
Okay, that's great. So I think so we will end here and also our time is over now. So thank you so much Vaya for coming in our show and giving beautiful answers of my questions. So we will end here, meet you in their episode. So thank you for watching our